What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode on the Black Experience. Today, I have a very special guest with me today, an upcoming artist in the Pacific Northwest. I'm not going to give him away, so without further ado, y'all, let's put our hands together and let's bring up Mr. Jourdin in the building. What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother, man? What's going on, man?
How you doing,
I appreciate
bro?
you having me, man. It's beautiful outside. It's my first podcast, and we here. Let's get it.
100%. It is beautiful outside, man. I can't wait. I already feel like it is summer, you know? It is summer,
I'm
bro,
from
at this
Florida,
point.
bro. So this here, I'm just happy to be out of the depressing season. Because, yo.
The blues.
Oh, my goodness.
The moody blues, bro.
Oh, my goodness. It's hard to get through.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about it, man. But how's your morning been? Has it been nice and slow or fast paced?
I got a little girl. We got to get her ready for school in the mornings. And I got a pregnant wife at home. So it's definitely fast paced. I'm glad I made it here on time.
Yeah.
And let's get it. Let's get
Appreciate you, man, taking the time, man. You're a family
yeah.
man, so yeah. As promised for the audience, and for everyone watching, by the way, before we start, hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, and make sure to click that bell to get notified on all new content that I post out, shorts, videos, posts, whatever it is, and comment down below your thoughts. Jourdin, to start out, tell the audience a little bit about your background, kind of who you are, where you come from, and the journey to the Pacific Northwest.
All right, so I came here from Florida with 2 outfits, 2 pairs of shoes, and a vision. You know what I mean? I had a hard upbringing, but we made it look easy. When I first got up here, man, I was living in my car. I bought my first car up here. I was living in it, but that didn't stop the grind. You know what I mean? I got a gym membership so I can keep my hair on point. I was still working, paying my bills, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't let that stop me. And then when I met my woman, I brought this vision of Auraberry, my clothing brand. And she still is my number one supporter, you know what I'm saying? And every vision that I have and bring to her, it comes to life. Because just having that support that I didn't really have growing up and somebody that I love and call my best friend is the best thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? So Jourdin, he's an entrepreneur. He's a family man. He's a dad. He's a good friend to a lot of people. He's a owner of businesses. You know what I mean? And he's a product of making something out of nothing.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
And how were you? There had to have been somebody that inspired you, or did you have a role model, someone you looked up to?
So, a couple years ago, actually, when I moved up here, actually right before I moved up here, I found out that the great rapper of all time, Nipsey Hussle, died, right? And when he died, I found out that we had the same birthday. And when I figured that out, I'm like, whoa, like, this man, we have a lot of the same thought processes. And him wanting to do for the culture, for the community, and put on everybody and show that everybody has a talent, everybody has a gift. That's what really brought me out of my comfort zone to really do what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? God gave me a mission, so I'm here to complete it. And I say Nip, long live Nip.
Long live Nip, man.
You know what I mean? He definitely gave me the motivation to grind, and I say he's one of my role models.
And it's, I think another part of it too is I didn't really know about Nip or start really listening to his music until he died. Because I've heard about him and my parents told me about him. Hey, you got the same name as him. He's also Eritrean. You know, you should maybe listen to him, maybe not listen to him, you know, because his music can vary. My parents don't want me to listen to music, you know, that has cuss words or any kind of stuff like that. But, you know, he was a big influence on the culture.
Definitely.
Especially Crenshaw, where he's from. In LA, and he's played a big role in a lot of people's lives. So the marathon continues, right?
The marathon continues.
Let's say that,
brother.
man. Let's say that, man. So, Jourdin, in the beginning, you said you're from Florida.
Yes, sir.
So, from going from Florida all the way here to the Pacific Northwest, man, what made you pick over here?
Man, first off, it was definitely a culture shock. Oh my goodness, from South to everybody having manners, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, and excuse me to coming out here, and everyone's like, get out of the way. I'm like, all right. But what brought me out here, man, is my family was living out here before I came out here, and I really wanted to rekindle my relationship with them because, you know, family first. And how I got through it, man, thank God weed is legal because I need it. Every time, like, driving out here, bro, the speed limit is 60 miles per hour. Where I'm from, it's at least 70. You know what I mean? Like, minimum. Like, why we driving so slow? And then when it's rainy, oh my goodness, we driving 20 miles slower than 60. So, hey, I love the culture out here. I love how everybody is themselves out here. I love how the community comes together, whether or not it's for a good or bad cause, honestly. I love the money. Where I'm from, it's real stagnant. Everybody talks about building and growing and creating, but nothing's happening, unfortunately. And I'm here to bring a little bit of the South to the West Coast.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think multiple times on this podcast and in my personal life, I've heard of people say, you know, obviously the East Coast is more direct. You got people over there more direct, coming over here, passive aggressive behavior. But obviously you've been able to just adapt and been like, hey, you know what? I'm bringing the culture from there, from where I'm from here, and I'm just going to do what I got to do here, regardless of how people are.
Got to. Throw me in the jungle, I'm going to come out with a mink.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like
sir.
that, man.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Jordan, if you remember, we met at it was like a modeling photo shoot opportunity that Fuego and Sophia, I believe, both threw with Ignited Minds. Shout out to them. I had them on the podcast a few weeks ago. So with that, I remember we were taking great photos, had great photographers, great energy there. What was the inspiration to get into modeling? What was that kind of passage like for you?
So, you know what's crazy about that whole situation? So, Fuego, shout out to Fuego. You know, Fuego Gatsby, dope photographer out here, man. He definitely put me into this scene. He wanted to wear my clothing brand, Auraberry. I have a camo set, and he wanted to wear it because he's the host of the party. And me, I showed up in my suit with my Auraberry because I like looking like a businessman.
Right.
And my plan was just to give him Auraberry to wear. And that was my plan for the night. I didn't plan on jumping in front of cameras or any of that. But as I was watching Fuego shoot pictures on this, oh my gosh, beautiful set. I don't know her name, but shout out to RMC Floral Designs. She did her thing with that set.
Yeah.
I was watching him shoot Shanti, and she had a suit on as well. And I'm in the background. There's like 10 photographers, and I'm in the background. And Fuego turns around. He's like, yo, why aren't you in the set? I'm like, bro, you know why I'm not in the set, bro. I'm here to bring you the pieces of my clothing brand, bro. He's like, bro, jump in the set. It would be dope that both of you guys have suits on, and it would just look amazing. So I jumped in front of the set, and he turned me into a model. Ever since after that day, bro, I'm booked and busy. So.
And even the group chat, man, that we have, it's still going off.
It's still going off.
You
Till
know?
this day.
To this day.
Till this day. Like at least 5 minutes
You're
ago,
always posting a reel. Yeah, right?
Hey, we got to
show some love. Yeah. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. And I think there's something to be said about that. Was my first ever modeling photography type of session. Like I've had photos taken by other photographers, but this was where I think I had some friends be like, hey, come over. I'm like, hey, man, I'm not a model, man. I do podcasting. I don't know how to pose in front of a camera. That's not me, but it was one of the best. It was one of my highlights of 2025.
Definitely.
Because you step out your comfort zone and you try something new, right?
Definitely.
So.
As soon as you jump out your comfort zone, bro, if it makes you uncomfortable, you're doing something right. That's what I tell everybody I come in contact with. As soon as I jumped out of my comfort zone, my life did a 360.
Yeah.
Oh, complete 360. Last year, I would have never thought I would be here on this podcast. I was dreaming about being in front of cameras. I was dreaming about having a clothing brand. I was dreaming about just having pictures taken of me, dreaming about being in a fashion show. Like,
yeah.
Now we're here.
Now we're here.
We're here.
Auraberry. How did you craft that name?
Man. My clothing brand, Auraberry Studios. So, before everybody was creating a clothing brand, I really, really, really had a vision of a clothing brand. And I just didn't have the means. I didn't have the right support system. I didn't have the right people around me to make it come to life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met my woman, first, the name came from everywhere I went, everybody always told me my aura was seen. You can see my aura. Something just made me want to talk to you. Like, who are you? It just made people want to know who I am. So that's where aura came from. Berry, I always see my daughter eating grapes and all type of fruits while we're eating dinner. So Auraberry Studios. And I just
Auraberry,
threw
put 'em
studios
together.
at the end, and then
Just like that.
Auraberry Studios, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was a vision, and it came to life. Like, talking to the manufacturer, making sure everything's the right sizes, where all the logos are supposed to be, what colors the logos are supposed to be, what fabric and material everything is supposed to be. Yo, it's a lot of homework you got to do.
Yeah.
Everything takes hard work, not just a dream and waking up and having it happen. People need to understand that work needs to be included.
Right.
Most definitely.
And that work, how do you pair that hard work with smart work too? 'Cause it's like maybe sometimes people hear that hard work statement where you just work hard, but how do you also work smart?
Right. So with that being said, this is why I brought my handy dandy notebook. I write down all my stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can see this on camera. I write down all my manifestations. I write down what I go through the day, how I'm
love that.
feeling. Anything that is on your mind, good or bad, you can take the good out and fill it up with. Take the bad out and fill it with some more good. But anything that comes to mind, you can do it, as long as it's the smart work. You have all these thoughts in your head. Yeah, people want to put notes in their iPhone, but you're on your iPhone all the time. Pick up a pen, pick up some paper, write it down. Now you're literally physically writing out what you want to manifest in life. Now you can see the steps that it takes to get it done. As the days go by, make sure you're crossing something off of that list every day. Baby steps lead to leaps of faith.
Come on.
Come on now.
Come on. That's a
now.
quote we should have started in the morning.
You're
in the
right.
beginning, you know what I mean?
I knew I had one, bro.
Yeah.
I knew I had one.
It takes some time to come out with it. There's too many sometimes, right?
Exactly. But
Jourdin, this is a question, I've thought about before, and I've asked several people, but I'm curious as to when Jourdin wakes up in the morning, what is it that gets him energized to get at it, conquer the day? Is it Auraberry? Is it family? Is there a certain thing that inspires you to tackle the day?
Yo, it's a good question, brother, man. Honestly, waking up every day knowing that I have a beautiful wife next to me, a beautiful 7-year-old, happy to see her daddy every morning, and a wonderful baby on the way. Shout outs to her.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Just knowing that I have the support system that I always dreamt of is another feeling in itself. Like, I have to wake up and get through the day and with a smile and put on my big boy shoes, my boots, you know what I mean? Because I remember when I was in my car and I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody checking on me. I didn't have anybody wondering how I'm feeling or doing or what I'm doing, you know what I mean, if I'm okay. But now I get to wake up to that every day. So, yes, it is definitely family. Yes, it is definitely everything that I have put together. It's definitely my team that's helped me put these visions together. I wake up and go hard for all of them. And best of all, myself. Because if it wasn't for me, none of this would be happening. You know what I mean? So, definitely all glory to God. All glory to God. And, yeah, God and my family.
Yeah.
God and
family.
Yes, sir.
I like that, man. I like that.
sir.
I would say the same thing from, those top two, because...
Nothing would be possible without them.
Yeah, 100%. You were excited to talk about your local lookbook, your blog, getting that team together.
Man.
What was the inspiration, all that? Tell me, man.
Yo, that right there, that just showed that God is real. Like, I know a lot of people is like, man, I pray, nothing happens. God, as long as you talking to God in your own way, you're good. I met my team at the same production party that we met at, right?
No way.
The same production party we met at. And I brought him, shout out Devontae Visuals, LLC, my cameraman, videographer. He be doing his thing, you know what I'm saying?
He's the man.
I brought him the vision of the local lookbook. And, you know, people hear a vision like, oh yeah, I definitely mess with it. But having somebody hear it, listen to it, and help you bring it to life, that's a different kind of feeling, bro. The local lookbook is for all artists, creatives, models, photographers, tattoo artists. If you do anything creative, it's for you. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're Seattle, Florida, Texas, Arizona, somewhere boring. It doesn't matter. Anywhere you can be a part of the local lookbook. This is for everybody to come together as a community, as one, and show that support is free. You support me, I support you, then a bigger audience sees us doing our thing together. Yeah, you know, everybody might not feel like it's something for them, but I feel once I start it and actually show people what it is, show people my vision, like I'm going to be doing today, it's going to blow up. I already know it's going to blow up. I got so many big names ready to jump on board. They just need to see an example, and I'm the example.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Why do you, I can see the excitement, man, and I can feel the energy from right here. Why do you think it was important to create the local lookbook?
Because, man, like, just being in this environment, being welcomed into Color Studios and seeing how there's so many creatives willing to come together and work together and bring a vision to life, where I'm from, you don't see that. It's very, very, very rare.
In Florida?
In Florida. In the South, period. Like, if you see it, there's probably some animosity behind it, and there's a lot of family feud. Out here, people are able to be themselves, man. Like, honestly, bro, where I'm from, you got to walk around with a gun, and you got to look over your shoulder every 5 seconds to make sure somebody's not looking at you any type of way. I don't feel like that out here. I can literally be Jourdin. I don't have to be what you looking at. You know what I mean? I can be me. And with that being said, I see other people being them, and I would love to welcome them with open arms. Like, yo, if you're an artist, if you're a creative, let's create. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
If you have a vision and you feel like it's hard to bring it to life, I don't know what to do. I don't got the resources. I don't got connections. 2 minds is better than one. You know what I mean? I just want to show people that working together, especially as colored individuals. I mean, you can be blue, yellow, pink, red. It doesn't matter what color you are.
It don't matter.
But showing the community, just showing the world that we're able to work together and then bringing a vision together. That's the best thing in the world. I mean, I fiend for that feeling. Like, I don't need any money from it. Just showing me that you're ready to jump out of your comfort zone and be the best version of yourself. That's all I need.
That's it.
That's all I need. That means I help do that. And that's the greatest gift. Like, it's going to live forever.
And I'm shocked by what you said about how back in the East Coast, it would be like you'd be less likely to be yourself, and it's kind of a little bit more dangerous. Because I was always picturing, because people are more direct, that people would be more willing to be social and collab. But it seems like there's more of that competitive edge there than here.
Yes, like it can be your closest brother, and they will still envy you.
Why do you think that is?
It's because they're not used to anything else. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not down in my city. I'm not down in my state. I love my state. I love my city. I love my peoples. But I just feel like we need to see more to know that there's more out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just gangs and beef and he did that to her and she did that. Man, it's money out here to be made. And if we work together, it's more than enough money for all of us. And that's just what I'm trying to show. That's it.
Yeah, through collaboration, bringing creatives together.
But from the South, yeah, man, it's so direct that people don't know how to not be as direct. Like, if you're staring too hard, people will take that for one thing.
Right.
When I came out here and somebody was staring too hard at me, I was like, yo, what are they looking at? So I asked them, because I'm direct. What are you looking at, bro? What's going on? I really like your outfit, man. Yo, was not expecting that. So it just shows like you got to see something different to know there's something different out there. It's all about perspective. That's it.
You ever heard of the book The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz?
I haven't.
It's a great book about kind of 4 agreements you should have in life that makes life a little bit easier. And one of them is don't take anything personal. And I feel like sometimes with the staring part, especially as guys, if we see another guy staring at us, I think survival mode kind of comes in, instinct comes in, where we kind of assume the worst. But in most cases, it's not. They don't know you, so it's not personal. It's probably what you got on, and it's probably a compliment they're gonna pay you and say, "Hey, I like that tie. I like the suit." And speaking of suits, can we just show the drip that Jourdin's got on? The first person to wear a suit on the podcast. So
the suit and the booty, they call me Wick, man.
I like it, man. But yeah, man, we gotta assume. I feel like as people, I think our instinct, and we should listen to our gut and instinct, but. There's nothing wrong with assuming the best initially when you meet someone.
And from where I'm from, they're quick to assume the worst very quickly.
Yeah.
So, culture shock, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, Jourdin, man, we've talked a lot about, your blog, your modeling, and a lot of dreams and things that you've got, aspirations. What is next? What's upcoming? What are the upcoming projects that you got going on? What's next?
All right. So, I was just going to save this, but I might as well just let everybody know. We got a segment in the Local Lookbook Vlog. The vlog is YouTube. We got long videos of us doing cool shit. You know what I mean? Go check it out. Local Lookbook on YouTube. But we have a segment on Instagram coming that I'm about to get ready to do. Show everybody examples so they can get ready to do it. I'm going to have a whole bunch of Seattle artists, creatives, models, designers, stylists, all on this segment called the Lookbook Shoutout. Lookbook Shoutouts is going to be basically you. You're going to be posting a reel of yourself in your own world. If you're an artist, do it in the studio. If you're a model, do it while you're getting shoots. But I really want to shout out everybody who's doing their thing, everybody who's on their grind, everybody who's putting in work because they see themselves in a different position than they are now. So the Lookbook Shoutouts is going to be for everybody everywhere, not just Seattle, but we're going to start in Seattle because this is where it's based. This is where we started. This is where it was founded. You know what I mean? And that's the next move. Other than that, we got a baby girl, Saray, on the way. You know what I mean? Little baby's girl, Saray, my firstborn.
Come on.
I'm very excited for that. I'm ready to hold her in my arms and let her know that she ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to be the best father I can. I mean, I already am. To my little mama, she knows what's up. But yeah, continue to keep working, consistency, and more basketball practices because
there we go. You like it, man. Well, what do you? Something I just thought of is, because you've mentioned family multiple times. What is it like being? Like, I guess, do you feel like being a dad now will be... Is there any intersectionality that with your creative and what you're doing here, or are they two separate things?
So, they're definitely intertwined because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, wifey pregnant right now. She can't go to much. You know what I mean? She was going to be here today, but... that pregnancy thing, it's new for all of us. So, definitely not separating them. I'm gonna have wifey and my little mamas at Art Walk on Thursday, supporting Fuego.
There we go.
You know what I mean? And this vlog is really gonna show you me. It's gonna show you how I go about things, how I talk to people, how I operate. You know what I mean? It shows how I can be in the Avery Teen model casting to Park Place LTD talking to Vlad. Like, I'm gonna be everywhere, and they'll be with me definitely because they're my number one supporters.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
I love that. Jourdin, we are at the deep end point of the podcast. Anyone listening to this at this point is going to get my favorite question, and that is the advice question. Jourdin, what advice would you give to the younger generation of upcoming creatives on the come up, aspiring models, and anyone else that wants to endeavor in their own path?
Listen more than you speak. Listen twice as hard than you speak, because noticing and watching what people do will give you answers to questions that you don't even have to ask. Meaning, starting a clothing brand is hard. Starting a vlog is difficult, especially when you don't have a cameraman. Starting anything is difficult, but as long as you take those baby steps, anything is possible. I met my cameraman, and we're on episode 5 now, and we got 3 more episodes in the chamber ready to be released and edited. And at first I was struggling on, how am I going to edit these videos? I need to get somebody to edit these videos, bro. What am I going to do? Until I did it myself. Until I started getting feedback like, yo, who edited your videos? Bro, anything is possible. Just do it.
Just write it down, too.
Just do it. Write it down. If you have a thought in your head, bro, write it down if you don't think it's solid enough to attack. But if you write it down and look at it every day, like, hold on, I know how I can do that. Little things are going to come to you like, yo, I may not have $50,000 to start a runway show, but I have individuals who are down to support me and see the vision and help me raise that money. If you got to do the hard way, do the hard way, bro. There's nothing wrong with the hard way. It's slow motion. It's still motion. Understand that it's still motion. But if you sitting there on your couch watching everybody do what they want to do and live their life, bro, you just a dreamer at the end of the day. We can't do nothing with those. If you procrastinating, making excuses and sitting back and I wish I could, we can't do nothing with that, brother, man. At all. You got to put them big boy pants on and knuck and buck. Do what you got to do. Put that work in.
That's it. Because
stay consistent.
And consistency too. You can dream all day long. But that's just the beginning. You dream, you write it down, and then you gotta execute.
Bro, when I was living in Florida, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is something real. I was playing the game every day. I was playing Call of Duty. I was him on Call of Duty. You know what I mean? To the point where I wanted to start a Twitch and look like Kyson Nat out there. You know what I mean? And I moved states because I'm like, yo, I don't want to play the game every day. I don't want to do that while I'm watching people. I'm watching 18-year-olds be richer than me. Like, nah. I'd rather go the hard way and get to where I am today than sit back and not get it at all.
Come on. Jourdin, where can people tap into your clothing brand, Auraberry, the local book, hit you up if they want to collab with you, if they're an upcoming inspiring model? Plug yourself, man.
Come on, man. We got Jourdin Andre on Instagram. It's French, so JOURDIN ANDRE. You know, Jourdin Andre. They call me Whip. You can find the Local Lookbook on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram at The Local Lookbook. It's self-explanatory, you know what I mean? You can find my videographer because he is definitely looking for some more work. And if you need some work done, hit him up at Vontae Visuals, LLC. And then we got Auraberry Studios on Instagram. We are not dropped yet. We are loading right now. But once we drop, it is going to mess the streets up. Because we're not going to say any bad words. My daughter's going to watch this.
Here we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's going to mess the streets up. Tap in.
Man. Jourdin, appreciate you, man, hopping on, man. This has been a joy.
I appreciate you having me, definitely.
I'm sure y'all took away some stuff. So, y'all stay tuned for more awesome episodes as we roll on. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, click that bell, follow, and stay tuned as the Black Experience rolls on. Till next time, y'all.
Till next time.
Peace. What is up, y'all? Thank you so much for tuning in to that episode. Make sure to click the subscribe, follow button, as well as the bell to get notified on all my new content that is coming out every Wednesday and every other day. And make sure to click that link in the description down below to get access to all my socials and any other platforms that I have my podcast on. And until next time, y'all, peace.